हेलो फ्रेंड्स। तो स्वागत है आपका अपने यूट्यूब चैनल एवरीथिंग हेयर पे। तो फ्रेंड्स, मैं आ गया आपके सामने एक न्यू वीडियो के साथ। तो फ्रेंड्स, सबसे पहले आप हमारे चैनल पे न्यू हैं तो सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें, जिससे हमारी न्यू अपडेट्स आपको जल्द से जल्द प्राप्त हो पाए। तो फ्रेंड्स, आज हम लोग क्लास 11th का जो बायोलॉजी है, जिसका चैप्टर का नाम है ब्रीथिंग एंड एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस, इसको आज हम लोग NCERT रीडिंग करने वाले हैं। तो फ्रेंड्स, आइए और बने रहिए हमारे वीडियो के साथ। एज यू एवर read earlier, oxygen is utilized by the organism to indirectly break down simple molecules like glucose, amino acid, fatty acids, etc. to derive energy to perform various activities. Carbon dioxide CO2, which is harmful, is also released during the above catabolic reaction. It is therefore evident that O2 has the continuously provided to the cell and CO2 provided by the cell have to released out. This process of exchange of O2 from the atmosphere with CO2 produced by the cells is called breathing, commonly known as respiration. Place your hands on your chest. You can feel the chest moving up and down. You know that it is due to breathing. How do we breathe? The respiration organ and the mechanism of breathing are described in the following section of this chapter. 17.1 Respiratory organ. Mechanisms of breathing vary among different groups of animals depending mainly on their habitats and level of organization. Lower invertebrates like sponges, coelacanths, flatworms, etc. exchange O2 with CO2 by simple diffusion over their entire body surface. Earthworms use their most cuticle, and insects have a network of tracheal tube to transport atmospheric air within the body. Special vascularized structure called gills, branchial respiration, are used by the aquatic arthropods and molluscs, where vascularized bag called lungs. Pulmonary respiration are used by the terrestrial form for the exchange of gas. Among vertebrate species use gills, where amphibian, reptiles, birds and mammals respire through lungs. Amphibians like frog can respire through their moist skin. Cutaneous respiration also. 17.1 Human respiratory system. We have a pair of external nostril opening out above the upper lips. It leads to nasal chamber through the nasal passage. The nasal chamber opens into the pharynx, a portion which is the common passage of food and air. The pharynx opens through the larynx region into the trachea. Larynx is a cartilaginous pouch which helps in sound production and hence called the sound box. During swallowing, glottis can cover by a thin elastic cartilaginous flap called epiglottis to prevent the entry of food into the larynx. Trachea is a straight tube extending up the mid-thoracic cavity, which divides at the level of fifth thoracic vertebra into a right and left primary bronchi. Each bronchi undergoes repeated division to form the secondary and tertiary bronchi, and the bronchioles ending up in very thin terminal bronchioles. The trachea, primary, secondary, and tertiary bronchiole and the initial bronchioles are supported by incomplete cartilaginous rings. Each terminal bronchiole gives rise to a number of very thin irregular walled and vascularized bag-like structure called alveoli. The branched network of bronchi, bronchiole and alveoli comprise the lungs. Figure 17.1. We have two lungs which are covered by double-layered pleural and pillar fluid between them. It reduces friction of the lung surface. The outer pleural membrane is in close contact with the thoracic lining, where the inner pleural membrane is in contact with the lung surface. The part starting with the external nostril up to the terminal bronchioles constitute the conducting part, whereas the alveoli and their ducts form the respiratory or exchange part of respiratory system. The conducting part of transport the atmospheric air to the alveoli, clear it from foreign particle, humidifier, and also brings the air to body at temperature. Exchange part is the site of actual diffusion.